Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Siralim Ultimate. In this episode, we still have this goofy looking party that we were running with last episode, and we're gonna stick with these guys in this episode as well. However, I am gonna make some changes upon reviewing my performance in the last episode. I do believe there is a lot of room for improvement. By the way, in case you're wondering what I'm even talking about, I should talk about that first of all. In the last episode, we started doing these kinds of achievements, specifically the ones where you have to do something a total of 1 octillion times. So in this case, we got the ones for raising all of our stats. Those were all taken care of. Also dealing damage and getting healing. Now, there are a few that remain to be done, and we're gonna go through that list. They are all under the battle achievements. So we need to decrease, well, any stat that is an attack, we still need to get that achievement done, so we need to decrease speed. There will also be one for decreasing health and decreasing defense. These are all mixed in with the achievements for fighting the nether bosses as well. Yeah, we've got to decrease intelligence, which we haven't done yet, decrease defense, which we haven't done yet, and decrease health, which we haven't done yet. I want to see what else is there. Nothing else. Now we are into the achievements that we have done, and like we've done, like they're colored in when you've done them. I know it's a bit pale for the final up the attack achievement, but we have indeed gotten that one as well. So, what are we gonna do this time? Well, one change I'm gonna make to my build is we're gonna socket into the final pair of boots. I left this trait slot empty, but I am gonna socket into it the silver shackle. No, not the silver shackle. What was it called? The broken scales. The broken scales. At the start of this creature's turn, it gains stats equal to 20% of its highest stat. Yeah, just, you know, might as well get some scaling going on for it as well. And I'll even put self-analysis as its spell slot. With boots, anything you put into its spell slot has a chance of casting on turn. So we're gonna put self-analysis. Self-analysis is a sorcery spell, so I should be looking for it in the correct place. Caster gains stats equal to 5% of its allies' stats other than health. Basically, the more I raise his stats, then the more other people will also get stats, so it'll slightly help our scaling just a little bit. So we need to go and socket into this final pair of boots. I'm gonna put I guess I already had a spare self-analysis lying around. Also, in one of them, in the one for number 2, in your trick slot, I'm gonna put pump drill. We're gonna craft 3 more spell gems. We need, actually, I might already have some of them. We need flesh offering. We need Clayman, which somebody else has, which I have a gem of, but which somebody else has that gem, so we're gonna have to make a new one. Clayman, self-offering, and pure love. So first of all, let's fix the flesh offering thing. So I like it the way it is right now. I'll, instead of having it be generous, I'll class swap it to... Oop, I've got to enchant it now. I will class swap it to sorcery, so that my creature can equip it, and yeah, just... I guess you already had a spare slot for that, so you need Flesh Offering, but I did need to give you extra space. By the way, that's what Pump Drill does. It gives you extra spell slots on the creature that's holding that artifact. So we now need Clayman, which I think is Chaos, yep. And a life spell called Pure Love. Pure Love. There we go. So far so good. Now we need to upgrade both of these to the max. Both of them are going to need a sorcery transformation. Maybe I should put Pure Love instead of Self-Analysis as the spell, as the socketed spell onto the items. But I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference. We are gonna figure this out regardless. Clayman. I mean, a chance to cast twice sounds good. Generous? I mean, why not? More charges isn't really gonna matter, but it does need a sorcery class swap. Same for Pure Love. You're gonna need let's make it a chance to cast twice. Where is the... Oh, there it is. Chance to cast twice. I'll make it generous, just so everyone can cast it. Which I think is going to be better, rather than just increasing it on, like... I could make it a better, like a stronger spell, but we do also need to give it the sorcery class swap. That's just something that needs to happen. Alright. Now, let's equip these spell gems that we just have gotten onto you. I'm equipping it onto that creature because that is the creature whose intelligence is scaling up due to its trait. Just to refresh your memory about what my build is, I'm running with Miraxus and 5 carbuncles. Sapphire carbuncles, to be specifically. And in addition, the carbuncles are fused with the clockwork creatures. Let's look at their traits. The default trait for a carbuncle is if you cast enough spells, all your spells become free, which is a good thing. But we also have each of them fused with a clockwork, and depending on which clockwork they have, they'll have a different trait. So these 4 of my creatures in slots 2, 3, 4, and 5 are raising their health, their attack, intelligence, and like between these two, one of them has speed, one of them has defense, and then this last one has this other trait that after these traits activate, your other creatures also gain some of these stats. So more spillover effects. And then all of these also have a third trait where at the start of their turns, it gains stats equal to 20% of its highest stat. So more scaling, just your stats are going higher and higher, and that's how we were able to get the stat gain achievement really quickly last episode. The more difficult one was the stat loss achievement, which, as far as I know, you can't get that from reducing your own creature's stats, because that would have been a really easy way to do it, and I did try that but it didn't seem like that was making any progress on the achievement counters. However, it was making progress on the enemy achievement counters, so it seems like that's the only reliable way to do it. But in order to do it, we needed this. Well, we needed this for both... sorry, trait 1. We needed this for both, gaining the stats for ourselves and taking the stats down from the enemy, because we needed to get rid of diminishing returns. Without this, by default, stat gains will start to fall off pretty precipitously. Like, you'll start off gaining a lot of stats, eventually you'll gain barely anything at all, and eventually I think you will probably be actually gaining like 0 or 1 of something per turn, and that is not the way to reach an octillion, which, need I remind you, is 1 followed by 33 zeros. I phrased that awkwardly. 1 followed by 30 zeros, 30 as in 30. I think that's less ambiguous. But the second trait we gave you was, this is what we needed to raise the enemy's stats. At the start of this creature's turn, enemies gain a copy of its innate trait. This is what allowed enemies to scale without diminishing returns the same way that we were. Alright, with that long explanation out of the way, we've got to head in and do the deed. We're gonna lower the realm. We're doing this on 0 instability because this is achievement hunting, this isn't game progress. And we're doing it on honestly, for this, we can go all the way down to enemy level 1, because there's something different that I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go into the Arachnid Nest, which is kind of like my favorite realm, and I've leveled it up a lot. Need to kill the enemies, but I guess I'll donate to Regalis while I am here. We're just gonna kill these guys. Hang on, I might have... Okay, I think we should be fine. Oh god. God. What I need to do is I need to check in my bestiary for a creature called a Wyvern Daybreaker. Is that in our list? Yes, it is. It is in our list. When an enemy would gain stats, this creature has a 5% chance to gain them instead. So let's just kill these guys quickly. I don't really intend to... Oh god. I don't really intend to spend too much time doing regular realm stuff. I intend to spend most of my time getting these last big number achievements done. And if I am correct in how the Wyvern Daybreaker operates, rather than doing it one at a time, which is how we would have had to do it if we were fighting the Clockworks, because by default they only gain 1 trait at a time, and when you summon them at the Divination Candle, you can only summon 1 group of them. You can't have a mix and match of them in the same battle, unless you happen to find a group like that in their home turf of Damrel. Hey, I think that's a nether stone just lying on the ground. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Of course I'm gonna go pick that up. Sort of free bonus, a thing that we weren't even looking for. Gotta kill these enemies, because they're gonna just annoy us if we don't. Garbage nether stone. I guess we shouldn't expect that much. And I guess I shouldn't be wasting time doing optional combat. But that doesn't always give you combat. Sometimes it just gives you treasure. And it's very important that we don't interact with this thing. What this object does, the one to my right, it'll debuff enemies, and some of the debuffs deal damage, and if that happens, I shouldn't have picked that either. But I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. 2 enemies remaining. Enemies pop out and attack. That sucks. Let's just kill you dudes. We're gaining very little treasure and essentially 0 experience. But like I said, that's not what the goal is here. The goal is simply to... You know what? Yeah, I'll kill you just to make sure you don't ruin my plans later. Can't believe enemies are dodging with this much of a level difference. Anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna attract a Wyvern Daybreaker. And what we're gonna do is we are going to edit macro 7, which is what I had last episode. If this creature has 0 health, cast Time Walk on this creature. Oh, can I not? Can I not edit this line? Or, like, do I have to remove the entire line? Oh god, okay. I mean, I might, at this point, I might as well just make a new macro if that's gonna be the case. So let's make macro 8. Add line, if this creature is alive, cast... Can we wrap around? Yes, we can. Okay, good. Cast Time Walk on... Hang on, I messed up. If creature 2 is alive, cast... I should wrap around, and I wasted a lot of time in previous episodes not realizing you could do this. Cast Time Walk on that creature. This should work. Now, that means all of the Time Walk is going to be concentrated on one creature rather than being split between the 5 of us. Now we have to assign this macro to our creatures. So for creature 2, I'm going to assign macro. You all are going to get macro 8. You don't really need a macro because you're just going to cast your spell every turn. Now we need to get into combat. And the way I like to do it is I like to attack everyone who we're not going to need. And we are going to seal the spell gems for the remaining guy, just to make sure he can't do anything. Now everyone is going to start using their macro. Including self-analysis. And Miraxis is going to start casting Good Fortune every turn. Which should mean he should never be able to attack us because we will always have shelled before he's able to do anything to us. And you can already see stats are shooting up. We're in the millions. the other thing is this guy's stats should also be going up. Your health isn't going up, but we can raise your health later. That's not a problem. As long as your other stats are going up, that's all we need. That's all we need. And he should scale up a lot quicker. Not only scale up quicker, because it's roughly half of our scaling as opposed to, you know, a tenth of our scaling, or like a seventh, or whatever the automatons were. Yeah, not only should he be able to scale up quicker, but also he's scaling up in all of his stats, so when we do eventually debuff him, we'll debuff him in everything at once. Right, we're at 250,000. And yeah, we're gonna be taking more damage, but that doesn't matter. I don't think we're gonna be taking any damage in this realm. The only downside to not setting the macro for Creature 1, for Meraxis, is that we do have to open the spell menu and cast the spell every time, but other than that, I'm just mashing the A button. We're already in the billions. Everyone else is a few orders of magnitude behind, only in the hundreds of millions. But I do want one creature that's way ahead of the pack. And you are also in the billions, so that's great. That is exactly what I wanted. Last episode, I realized that when you are buffing the enemy, and also when battle fatigue sets in, both of those things will increase the enemy damage. So if you're unprotected, the enemy can kill you if you allow them to attack. Last episode, I was doing something really janky, like I was casting a spell that would scorn the enemy, but that's not reliable because you can't increase the debuff of an already cast buff by casting it again. Well, we're already in the trillions. You can't increase the debuff of an already cast buff by casting it again. You have to wait until it ends, and then if you mess up the timing, the enemy will get an attack, and then it can just ruin things quite badly. Alright. We need to just keep going. We're in the trillions. Eventually we'll reach tens of trillions, hundreds of trillions. And whatever comes up. What comes after trillion? I think after trillion we get quintillion? No. Quadrillion. Quadrillion and then quintillion. There we go. Now we are in scientific notation. And it's just gonna keep skyrocketing from here. And our friend should be keeping pace with us. Yes, he is. Our friend is keeping pace with us, unlike the previous episode where the enemy was really far behind, and we got our stats, and then we had to keep we had to buff him manually, like keep casting Time Walk on him for him to gain his stats slowly, and even that was for only one stat. So this episode, we're gonna be a lot more efficient. We're already more than half of the way towards our goal. We're into 17 and now into 18. There's probably an even quicker way to do it than this. But like I said, I'm doing this game blind, and I'm gonna keep things blind until I have ascended my the specialty of the main character that I started this series with. At that point, I'll start looking up like OP builds, crazy synergies, that kind of thing. But for now, we're just keep Keeping things nice and blind. Yeah. We're just keeping things nice and blind. 23, soon we'll be at 24, then 25. Like with last episode, I'll wait until we hit 31. And the reason why our stats aren't going up, why our stats feel like they're not going up that quickly is because half the time this enemy is getting them, which ordinarily is a bad thing, but in this case is exactly what we want. So we're just like, we're very quick with our half of, you know, gaining these stats. So we don't mind taking double the time to reach 10 to the power of 30. The enemy is also going to reach it at exactly that time. And then the fun can begin. We're already on 26. And concentrating the stat gains on one creature means we'll have somebody strong enough to cast spells at the level we need them a lot quicker than what would normally be the case. Already at 28. Pretty soon we'll be at 29, then 30, and then I'll keep this guy going until the enemy is at 32. Alright, so far so good. Specifically, I want his intelligence to be at a... Oh, I've been buffing the wrong creature. It doesn't matter, all his stats are at the same level, but this creature is the one with the spells. I should have set the macro to creature 3. It doesn't matter though. Because ultimately all of our creatures are gonna have these stats. Alright, so now... Do we have ethereal... Yeah, we have ethereal versions of Pure Love, Clayman. We don't have any ethereal... We don't have any ethereal Flesh Offering. That's one problem. What we can do, though, is we can start casting Pure Love. And it seems like his health bar disappeared, but that's only because he's suddenly gained this much health. It only seems like his health bar disappeared. So we'll cast that a few times. What's your health at now? Let's cast Pure Love a few more times. You can keep casting Good Fortune. If only there was a way for him to heal, then we could cast Clayman. But I think his health is high enough now. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start casting Time Walk on you, because you're the one with Flesh Offering. Should have been doing it the whole time on this. The reason I picked Creature 2, because I was like, it's my second Carbuncle. But my second Carbuncle is my third creature, because I was forgetting Miraxis in the front. Ooh! And you see what I mean? We took damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Sacred Ground to scorn him briefly. It's going to scorn the rest of us as well. The rest of us have to Time Walk you. And with Meraxis, I have to once again cast Good Fortune. There we go. Yeah, because if we look at our battle history, Meraxis took more than a quintillion damage, than an octillion damage. So if there's an achievement for taking damage, we've just earned it. I don't think there is, though. I think what we need to do is we need to wait for our second Carbuncle's turn. And we need to cast a couple spells with you. Okay, we need to start out with a Flesh Offering. Oh no, we can't cast Flesh Offering on... We can't cast Flesh Offering on the enemy. This sucks. Hang on. Oh no, I need to do this all again. This sucks. So what spell would we use? Hang on a second. This sucks. Maximum health. What would we use? This really sucks. Heaven's Fury from Shallan's shop is what we needed. I equipped the wrong spell, but what we can use is oh my god. What we can use is Devour, double cast it, and just take a look at what we've accomplished with that devouring. He lost this much attack, this much intelligence, this much defense, this much speed, but he hasn't lost his health because we have the wrong spell equipped. I still believe Flesh Offering should work on the enemy as well. I don't know, maybe it's... maybe it's not meant to be. But now we can just attack you. Excuse me? Yeah, I was gonna say now we should be able to just attack you. That sucked. Gonna have to do this one more time. That really sucked. But we're getting all of these achievements for lowering the other stats, and I'm just gonna go straight to the exit. Now let's wait for these achievements to stop popping before we leave the realm. I don't want any anomalies as we make our way out. Demolition Derby is also done. And there's even more, okay. Man, after all this, I equipped the wrong spell. And we're getting achievements for other stuff as well. Okay, but I think that's the last one. Before I... This is probably a vain hope, but maybe somehow we did get the health one. We got the speed one, we got the defense one, we got the intelligence one, and there was an achievement for taking damage. So we got that one as well. There was an achievement for taking damage. Alright. Now we're just gonna head back and we're gonna do this again, but this time we're gonna... We're gonna do things differently. So, we need to turn in a project. And I guess we'll turn in this project, a hunt. Reached rank S, that's great. Now, I will start a new hunt. Just bear with me while I do this. I'm just gonna go to my bestiary. And I'm just gonna pick an A rank creature whose card we've already found. Watcher Sentinel sounds like a good... Sounds like a good option. Yeah, bottom of the list too. Yeah, I'm basically trying to get creatures to S rank. Because you guessed it, there is an achievement for getting creatures to S rank. Now we're gonna go back in, but we're gonna do things slightly differently. I guess I didn't need to leave the realm for this. No, I did need to leave the realm for this because I need to equip the proper spell. So, unequipped Flesh Offering. Craft a spell of Heaven's Fury, which I think is a life spell? Yes, target loses a large amount of maximum health. And this time, I think this is gonna go a lot quicker. Well, a few things have to happen. First of all, we need to raise the guy's maximum health by a lot, and then we need to raise our stats by high enough so that when we take his maximum health down, it'll be the amount we need. But to make things quicker, I'm gonna look up a trait. It's called Rapid Regeneration. And who has Rapid Regeneration? And we'll fight against those creatures, because with those guys we can use Clayman over and over again. The Sand Giants have Rapid Regeneration. Alright. Let's upgrade the Heaven's Fury that we just got. What we'll do with it further is we'll upgrade it. Oh, we've got to enchant it. We need to make it where is it? We need to make it a sorcery class swap. And I wasn't done with that. Sorcery class swap. And we'll make it cast twice. And we'll increase the stat amount that it does. We won't make it generous. We'll try and get it done with just one heavy nuke of the enemy's maximum health. Now we need to go back. We'll go back into the Arachnid Nest. I guess the one upside to all this is my fortune is slowly going back up. We need to find Ichor pools in this realm. We'll wait until after we're done with the thing. I fucked up. I've fucked up badly. I didn't... Oh, I was just saying, oh, I've got my fortune back up, and now I need to... Now I need to forfeit, because I didn't take the realm level down. So all the fortune that I've built up is now gone. That sucks. That sucks majorly. That sucks hugely. Alright, now let's not make the same mistake. Yeah, let's start all the way down. We want their other stats to be low. Only health is gonna go up. Man, that really sucked. 8 enemies. We don't care about the other enemies, we just want to find the divination candle when we can. And again, we're avoiding... There we go. Those interactable realm objects that debuff enemies right now. We need to summon sand giants. Let's sort it by name, just so it's a bit easier to find. Already S rank with you. Who knows, maybe we'll find the card. Alright. Now, are you a sand giant? Right. Here's how it's gonna work. We don't really care if the rest of them are alive. In fact, we want the rest of them to be alive, because it'll help this guy get more health. Oh yeah, and this spell is being cast twice. Oh, I cast it on the wrong person. That sucked. Miraxis, however, is gonna cast Good Fortune. And basically the gist of it is we are giving him lots of health, and then he's gonna heal himself back up, and then we'll keep doubling the amount that he healed to. Oh, I keep targeting the wrong one. That's not... What? Hang on, I keep doing the wrong thing. Miraxis needs to be casting something else. Miraxis needs to be casting Good Fortune. I think what I'll do is with the first one I'll double. With the rest of them I'll use the macro. Because we do need to get our... yeah, use the macro. We do need to get our own stats up as well. Alright. There we go. And let's see, what are we at right now in terms of health? He's already at 16.2 million. We're getting there. We're getting there. And once again, I forgot to change my macro, so the wrong creature is being buffed. You know what? Hang on. Let's not worry about Clayman. Let's just worry about buffing ourselves normally, and then we'll raise his health with just pure love. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be much quicker and much less tiresome. Yeah, keep doing this. Much quicker, much quicker. Yeah, because once our... Yeah, exactly. Why was I bothering with Clayman? Once our health is high enough... Sorry, once our stats are high enough, we can give him all the health in one go. Why was I... Yeah, why was I ever even worrying about anything else? And because nobody is stealing our stats, we're getting the stats every time. We're gonna be getting jacked up way faster than last time. Already in the hundreds of billions, past a trillion, yeah. This is gonna happen pretty quickly. And then, assuming I don't make any horrible mistake, we should be fine. Already in the double digits of trillions. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, but yeah, all the time we wasted casting Clayman, yeah, it was just that. It was wasted time. There was no point to doing it. I just got a bit carried away. It's a different way to scale health, but it just wasn't needed because our build was already doing that in a much better way. You know, I just saw something shiny and I got distracted. You know, it happens. Yep, we need 13 more powers of 10 stacked on, and then hang on, do you even have an ethereal copy of a... No, you don't. So once again, we're gonna be slightly off. It doesn't matter though. Once somebody hits 30, then we can start manually casting Time Walk on the one who has the spell and do things in the proper way. Yep. All we need is just a bit more patience and we will be done. The battle fatigue is constantly going up. It's sort of like an enrage mechanic. I don't know when this started to become a thing in RPGs, but at some point somebody decided that you shouldn't be allowed to have a really long fight. Or if you're trying to have a long fight, the game is gonna make things weird. Not difficult per se, but weird. Diablo 2 didn't have this, at least not to my knowledge. Maybe in the late patches they introduced it, but definitely not on launch. But Diablo 3 had this, where if you were fighting an enemy for a long time, like they'd gain their health back, or their damage would become crazy. This game's mechanic is once a certain number of turns have gone by, then everybody on the battlefield will receive more damage or take more damage. Maybe those mean the same thing, but with this game, often differences in wording are important. Either way, like any damaging action becomes a lot more deadly the longer a battle has gone on. But there is a Reaver anointment that can basically completely counteract that. Now what we want to do is walk some time on you. Again, we'll raise you to, let's say, 31. Yeah, we're gonna do this manually, unfortunately. You keep casting Good Fortune. I think with the stat difference, especially now, and the fact that they haven't gained anything other than health, and like even this guy hasn't gained that much. I don't think even if we allowed them to hit us, it would make that much of a difference. But like, why take any risk, you know, when you don't have to? So what are your stats at? Are all of them at 31? All of them are at 31. So the next turn you get, you're gonna cast, you know what? The rest of us can start casting Pure Love. Yeah. And all of a sudden, their health bars are at this level. And now you can cast your double... Wait. Did I not equip Heaven's Fury? My god, is that... Are you gonna tell me after all this Oh my god. Are you gonna tell me after all this... Oh my god. You're gonna tell me... You're gonna tell me after all this... I didn't have that spell gem equipped. Man. Fucking... do we have a prophecy to find buried treasure? We did, but we all... Oh my god. This is awful. This is just terrible. Alright, you know what? Oh, fuck off. Man, I fucking suck. I am the actual worst. Ugh. Why do I... man. After all that... After all that... Oh, I feel so bad. Can we easily leave, though? Where's the exit? Where's the exit? There's the exit. God, let's just hope nobody runs... Oh, God, come on. After all that... Oh, man. It feels bad. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get accosted by this enemy. We're gonna head back. We're gonna equip our spell gem. We're gonna do this properly. Alright. Alright. Let's start another Keyforge mission. At least we're getting missions done. After all that... Man. Let's... You know what? No, let's equip it on... Yeah, let's equip it on you. And... Actually, you know what? I was gonna say, let's leave it like that, but no, let's do it properly. Let's go to... creatures. Let's unequip it. Let's put it on the person who's supposed to have it. And... Items, Spell gems. Heaven's Fury. Equip it on you. Now, let's fix our macro. Yeah. If ally 3 is alive, cast Time Walk that creature. Yeah, or... Now, finally, let's go ahead. At this time, I'll skip it until we get to the end. But man, that was... and let's do this properly as well. Take you down to level 1. Go back into the arachnid nest. Hey, at least we're getting favor with Regalis out of all this. At least we're getting that. Ooh, we get a nether realm as well. Need to get rid of you so that these guys stop resurrecting. What's inside this? Oh, we're gonna get some free notoriety. Yep, 2,000, and nobody else is gonna do anything. Yeah, I've seen this event before. Increased view distance isn't very useful, but I guess I'll take it. Yeah, let's just do the sand giant again. We haven't found its card. We might as well. Might as well, right? And let's get into combat with you. And now what I'm gonna do is... They're casting Time Walk on the correct creature. But because I messed around with the macro, I think I'm gonna have to use the macro once, because it's not gonna default. No, because I manually changed it to attack. Never mind. And with you, I'm just gonna cast Good Fortune. Alright, now I'm gonna put this video on pause, and I'll be back with you once we are at the stat requirement that we need to be at. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Right. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. Alright, we're almost at what we need. It didn't take long at all. It really was just like 3 or 4 minutes, but like literally all I was doing was I was just mashing A the entire time. The one good thing about this strategy is it doesn't require you can do it on fully on autopilot. So for that reason, this is a pretty good way, I think, of achieving these achievements. And of course there are, I'm sure, plenty of improvements to be made. I'm sure there's someone's gonna say, oh, there's this trait, and if you use that in combination with this, you'd do it in like 4 turns or something crazy like that. Right now that we are at the stats that we need to cast Pure Love. Now you guys have the stats that we need. You're gonna keep casting Good Fortune. And now the Sapphire Carbuncle is going to cast... Sorry, no, I should have given them different names maybe. But like, this specific Sapphire Carbuncle on one of these guys is gonna cast Heaven's Fury. How about you there, front and center? I'll give you the honor. This is your time to shine, and by shine I mean lose all your health. And let's take a look. Sand Giant A lost 10 to the power of 33 maximum health. And now we should just be able to punch these guys to death. We should have attacked the center guy because we had splashing. Let's finish you as well. There we go. And if you hadn't gotten the damage achievement before, you would certainly get it now. Again, before we do anything else, let's give it a moment. Yep, Decrepifier is popping. And before we leave this realm, let's wait for all of them to pop. Number 10, anything else after this? Nothing after that. Let's take a look at our battle achievements. And let's look at the unclaimed achievements. I believe all the ones that are left should be Nether Boss. So let's just cycle through these. Yeah, all, well, Nether Bosses and winning battles. And there's a, There's there's an achievement for getting healing that we don't have. We got the achievement for receiving healing, which I think we got from just like regeneration. But we also need an achievement for giving healing? That feels like we're gonna have to do this one more time. I don't feel that bad about that though. Like that was genuinely something I didn't know. It wasn't like an obvious mistake that I made. So what we'll do is we'll head back to town. I'll equip a healing spell. Do I have a healing spell on me? I don't think I do. Okay, what are my... I've got a spell that increases max health, but that is different from healing. What spell gems? Time Walk. Yeah, I don't have anything that directly heals. And Amending doesn't seem like it counts as healing. Alright, let's finish this realm. And we'll do this one final time. We'll get the final big number achievement, and then we never have to worry about these ever again. We never have to worry about these ever again. Right. Easy. Easy, relax, alright. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with mimic fights. I'm just gonna do these pretty quickly. It's slow because of the fact that we're hitting one enemy at a time, like, you know, level 1 scrubs. Like people who've just started the game. That's only because this is a, this is not a, God, this is not a build to, you know, seriously challenge the difficult content in the game. It's to get a specific achievement and that's it. Alright, come on. The good news is it didn't take that long to get what I wanted. Bad news is, I believe healing only applies... Oh, I just said I wouldn't be doing mimic fights. Oh my god. We're gonna have to wait until this Joker moves because he's invisible right now. You know what? We can time walk him, right? Because oh, we can't select him to time walk him. That sucks. Yeah, everybody, skip your turn until this idiot finally joins us. Oh my god, seriously, this is gonna be how this realm ends. Yeah, all we needed to do was give him a turn of any kind, and then he would just instantly die. Alright. Let's head back. Where's the exit? Is the exit close by? Yes, it's right there. Let's head back and then we'll do this all one final time. Alright? And don't worry, I will skip once again. Alright. Do we have any healing spells off the bat? don't know if Archangel's Blessing counts as healing. I think it probably doesn't because it's percentage health. I'm not gonna take the chance. I'm not gonna take the chance. Do we have just a straightforward heal is what I want. We're gonna have to craft one, I think. Let's see. What was the massive amount of health one? Target recovers a massive amount of health. Or resurrected if it's dead. You know what? Let's go with... Let's go with moderate amount of health. I know it's moderate is less than massive, but I don't want to take the risk that maybe that other property of it will prevent it from. Yeah, and the spell is literally called healing. So if this doesn't work, nothing will. I don't want to take the risk that I take a spell which is like has all kinds of complicated conditionals and then something breaks the code and then prevents me from getting this achievement. Let's just get it done. Healing will need a sorcery transformation. We'll do healing increased by X. We'll do a chance to cast twice. And let's not forget to equip it. Let us not forget to equip it. I guess we can just straight up equip it without dropping anything, so yeah. Healing, equip, creature 3, there we go. And once again, for the final time hopefully, we're gonna go into the Arachnid Nest. Oh my god, what have I done? Oh my god. Like, you know why I'm doing this, right? I forgot to set the realm to 1. It by default sets it to the highest thing it can be. There we go. Okay. Now that all the clowning around is hopefully behind us. Ooh, we are currently at 666. Six. And this time I'm not going to summon new creatures. In fact, I'm just going to do it in this one combat. Might as well start it right now. Let's just get it going. And as soon as I get everybody's macros in motion, I'm going to put this video on pause. One more to go. And let's have Meraxas cast Fortune one more time. Now I'm going to put this video on pause while we get everything set up again the way it should be, and then I'll be back with you once we're ready to finish this final achievement. So alright guys, I will see you shortly. Alright, putting this video back off pause, because I think the time is going to be soon upon us. What I want to do is have this guy take his turn, and I want to cast healing on myself. And how much healing was that? Does that count as healing? You know what, I'm going to try one final thing. I'm going to keep casting, keep using the macro. Except now Meraxas is gonna stop. You're just gonna cast a Time Walk as well on this guy. We want our buffs to expire. We want specifically people to stop mending. And I'll cast it once more on a different creature, just because I'm worried that maybe it doesn't count if you cast it on yourself. So just to be on the safe side, I'll even cast it on you. There. Now you've gained definitely more health than you need. We'll kill you. There we go. There we go. And the sound effect you popped that you heard was for a Steam pop-up for an achievement. So we are now at 37% achievements. And what took us there was this batch of achievements that we just got right now. Recently earned for receiving healing. So, what I'm confused about is way earlier than this, we separately got the achievement for giving healing in like in the previous video. What I'm not understanding is how could the game have an accounting system where it's possible to give healing that nobody's receiving? Like how was that possible without also triggering this? That's why I thought we were done with, when we were done with the previous one. I'm like, of course we've got the healing ones taken care of. Yeah, like, it has to be some technicality without the game is adding these things up. But anyway, these are done. We are now 54% done with the battle achievements, and let's scroll through them again. And hopefully we shouldn't be seeing any more of these, like do an octillion of something. These other ones are gonna take time as well, right? The, like, do stuff 100,000 times. But, we've made good progress on those as well. Funnily enough, one good way to make progress on those is to use Meraxes, because he will give all of your creatures defensive and taunting, meaning at the end of their turn, they will defend and they will provoke. Ooh, I'll hunt down a treasure golem just because maybe we get a thing out of it. Oh god, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just let me do my thing. Just let me do my thing. Guys, come on. There we go. And just... bleh, and he's dead. He's gonna cry, Regalis is gonna scold us. But, you know what? We had a prophecy task for that, evidently. So that's done now. Alright. Now let's just zip through this realm. Just picking everything up, because we might as well. Get a... oh my god. What the hell is going on? Are these... oh, these are champion creatures. Right. Right. I don't need to open chests. I will just grab the things that give me favor with Regalis. And complete the realm quest as well. Alright. And I think I'm gonna just... I'll look through the rest of the realm. We might have a rare encounter. Might as well just look... what boggles my mind is the fact that, like, enemies are dodging with, like, this stat difference. Alright, yeah, I guess we'll open chests. There's a tiny chance that the chest will have something in it, so if it's right there, we might as well open it. Those creatures died because they were agile, and then they were all dying in one hit because of the bleeding and the poison. Hard to say which killed them. I made good progress towards the next Regalis favor rank as well. I'll just yoink all of this stuff. No need to summon anything at the candle. It is worth interacting with those cocoons because sometimes they'll spawn dumplings. Can you imagine if we found something rare in one of these chests? Like, it would be completely besides the point for why, you know, we're doing this episode, but it would still be kind of fun. It would still be kind of fun. Come on. Cannot believe enemies are missing. Oh, sorry, our creatures are missing against enemies. Or that enemies are dodging, is what I meant to say, I think. Anyway. It's these guys dealt with. And as a complete bonus, we've fully cleared this level 1 realm. What champions we are. But of course, clearing this realm wasn't the point. The point was getting those achievements done, and we got it done. Right, so that is what matters. That is why we are running this strange looking party. That's why we're here right now. And that is why I am about to take another very long break. Yeah, let's just head home. Even got a project to hand in. Sure, why not? Yeah, let's start a new pilgrimage with, I don't know, anybody who's at level 31. Which I think is only Erebus. Yeah, let's do a pilgrimage with you then. There we go. Now, wait, hey, we've got another achievement for that. Now, let's wrap up. Let's reflect on what we did. We carried on with the same project from last episode, but now we are most definitely done. This episode, we just, yeah, finished the remaining big number achievements that we had, which were those stats that we didn't get last time, and the healing and the taking damage achievement, and got a lot of achievement points out of it, enough to trigger another percentage pop. So we're now at a 37% of the total achievements in this game, which feels really, really good. But more importantly, we never have to play this goofy party ever again. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to go to manage groups. I'm going to assign this on this group. Yeah. And now we are going to switch back to our normal group. Oh. I go to manage, go to swap to the default animator group. One thing I want to check is, do we still have our... yes, we do. It'll remember what relics we had assigned, because that's very important. It would have sucked if I had to reassign my relics manually. And also, we gained a few levels from there, so might as well level up. How many levels did you gain? Five levels? I don't want to pay power just to give you the 5 levels that those guys somehow earned. I don't even know how or why they gained levels on us. It doesn't matter. What does matter is we don't have to play that party ever again, but they are there if we want them. They are there if we want them. If we ever, for some reason, need to do this ever again. Maybe, you know, you or someone else tells me about some crazy synergy that can help you scale even faster. I might want to try it out much later on just to see if that's actually true, but for now we are back playing as the animator. And what are we gonna do? Well, we're not gonna do it in this episode, but from next episode onwards we're gonna go back to clearing out the Gate of the Gods. We need to beat all of the gods at level 10 to ascend the animator, and we're also going to be making just regular realm progress, just going deeper and deeper and deeper. But that's all going to be next episode onwards. For now, all I have to say is thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and once again, hope you learned a little bit about how the spells in this game work, the technicalities over which spell can be cast on which target. Some spells can be cast freely on both yourself or your enemies, but it seems that some spells are restricted and can only be cast on your creatures. It also seems like the game makes it possible for you to give healing without actually receiving it, or the other way around, maybe. It separates the two. You can have one without the other, so we had to do the healing achievement twice. And other than that, I do think this approach to getting those stats done was much more efficient than what we did last episode, so I'm happy about that. But definitely there's a lot of room for optimization, which again could be a fun thing to look into in the future. For now though, I'm glad we're back as the animator, which is where I feel most comfortable, and I hope to see you in the next episode where we will continue as the animator. And until then, take care.